Today we're making buttercream Easter egg candies. I'm going to walk you through each step from the chocolate shell to the vanilla buttercream filling in the center. Let's get started. First things first, we're going to need an egg mold. I purchased this one off of Amazon for around $9. It comes in a pack of 2, which is awesome. The material looks really good as well. The cavities look deep, which is great. We don't want to skimp on the filling. The only thing I'm going to change is cut this thing in half. I mainly do it for better functionality. It's just easier to hold the product in my hand like this without the other piece flopping over the top of my hand or getting in the way. We're going to start with a buttercream filling. To a bowl, we're going to add in half a cup of softened butter. We're going to mix this for a few seconds so we're positive it's actually softened. This is not the time for chunky butter. We're going to add in 4 cups of powdered sugar, but not all at once. Just add in some. Turn the mixer back on and get that butter mixed in a bit. Add in the rest. Now we're going to add in 3 tablespoons of milk. If you want this to be a little bit more richer, add in heavy cream instead. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. We're going to add in half a teaspoon of almond extract. I picked this up from Sam's Club. Add in a pinch of salt. We're gonna mix this until everything is completely smooth. Now, if you don't have a silicone egg mold and want to freestyle this, you totally can. Take your buttercream and set it in the fridge right now for 1 hour or overnight to stiffen up. Then when you're ready, you can scoop out however much filling you want, shape it, and dip it in chocolate. If you are going the way of the silicone mold like I am, don't put your filling in the fridge, just set it off to the side while we prepare the chocolate. To get the cute little dots all over the eggs, we're gonna melt these colors. I'm using Hobby Lobby's brand of melting candies called Make and Mold, and since we're only using these colors for dots, we don't need a lot of this chocolate. Once your melting candies are melted and ready to go, take a chopstick or anything that will leave a circle imprint and dip it into your colored chocolate. Start by placing dots all over the inside of your Easter egg mold. This part does take a little bit of patience, but I have faith in you. If this seems like too much work, you can always toss the chocolate into a piping bag and quickly swipe some lines back and forth for a cool pattern. Once you've covered the entire mold with dots, don't place it in the fridge just yet. There's a good chance the chocolate will fully set in a matter of seconds and come sliding off the mold if you stick it in the fridge. Just leave it on the counter while you melt the chocolate for the shell. Again, we're using the same brand of melting candies as before. This is the perfect consistency, so there's no need to thin out this chocolate. Simply take a spoonful of chocolate and pour some into each cavity. Now we're gonna let gravity do most of the work and just tilt the mold in the direction we want the chocolate to move. Normally I would use a spoon to help push the chocolate up the sides and around, but since the dots are still pretty soft and not completely set, I don't want to risk smearing or ruining the look. Once everything is nice and covered, now it's time to toss it in the fridge. While that's in the fridge, now would be the perfect time to repeat this entire process, but with a different color, like blue. Let's just skip ahead and pretend we finished making the shells for the rest of the colors. It's time to fill. You can either use a piping bag or even just a regular spoon will work. Whatever gets your filling from the bowl to the shells. I'm using a piping bag because I feel like this is less messy. Fill each cavity, but make sure to leave enough room for the chocolate, at least 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch. Speaking of chocolate, once your shells are full and ready, cover each with the same chocolate. You can either do the same here and let gravity do its job, or you can use the back of a spoon to move the chocolate around. The filling is stiff enough to not cause a smearing or mixing problem so long as you're gentle. Into the fridge for at least 5 minutes or until the chocolate is set or until you've finished all of the other colors. You can tell this one is the yellow step because it's very messy, but it's done hardening and ready to come out. Gently peel back the mold and push out your Easter candy. Just look at that beauty. Let's do it again. Oh, it's so pretty. Let's pop out a blue one. Oh, look at this mold. It's much cleaner. That's a pretty blue. Okay, let's have a look inside these two. I will say this, I was excited to show my husband, so I sent him a text while he was out of the house. And when he came back, I asked him if he had a chance to see the pictures I sent him, and he said, oh yeah, the dinosaur eggs, they look great. Yeah, I guess they sort of do look like dinosaur eggs. If you're interested in the filling recipe, I will insert an ingredients list right here. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out, and I'll see you all in the next video.